Want to sell your home but not sure how to buy?
Stay tuned and we'll tell you how. Hey there everybody, I'm Hal Cohn.
And I'm Chris Cohn. We're with Cohn Realty Group.
If this is your first time to our channel, or your 100th or your 1000th time to our channel, please make sure that you click that subscribe button and the notification icon so that you know each and every time that we release a new video about living, working, and playing in the amazing Roanoke Valley.
That's right, it is pretty amazing. And if you or your family are thinking about moving to or within Roanoke, Salem, or Botetourt, or the surrounding areas, give us a call. We would love to have a conversation with you. You can call us, you can text us, or you can email us.
So you've been thinking about how in the world am I going to cash in on the seller's market and find a new house so you can maximize the profits on the house you're selling? Well, in this video, we're going to tell you all about it.
Yeah, this is a really important question that we get all the time. Folks want to buy here in Roanoke Valley, but they're not really sure how, especially when they have a house to sell. So we'll give you 10 tips to tell you how to sell your home and buy here in Roanoke.
So our first tip that we would love for you to consider is going to be consider buying a new construction home.
Yeah, so there's a lot of opportunity here. Some builders have some model homes available, which walking through some of the model homes, ooh-wee.
They are gorgeous.
I know, I'd take that in a heartbeat. But those model homes, they also have off-market homes that may be available. And depending on your timeline, this could really work because you could lock in that home and then you could sell yours at a later date.
Yeah, so what we would do is you'd lock that one in on the new construction, and then here in the Roanoke Valley proper, we'd work on getting yours ready for you to maximize that profit. And if you live in another area and you're thinking of moving here, that would give you an opportunity to talk to your local realtor to help make sure that you don't make any mistakes and you're able to net the maximum possible dollar in your pockets when you're done.
Yeah, we have a great network of realtors across the country. So if you need a recommendation, please reach out to us. We'll be happy to get you in touch with a couple of options for professional realtors. But also with new construction, I was just thinking sometimes you're able to influence the finishes and fixtures and things like that that you can do that you wouldn't have the opportunity to on an already built home.
Yeah, and I think that's a great point because if you think about it, a lot of our folks that we're talking to that are moving here, even within the valley, they're like, hey, I want open concept. I want move-in ready, that type of thing. And, you know, with inventory being lower right now, this is a prime opportunity for you to pick out that open concept as well as those finishes, which are going to be huge for you to call it home for a long time from now and into the future. So your second tip for selling in this current market is going to be consider buying land or a buildable lot. Then you can build your custom dream home later.
Yeah, this is a terrific option if you can do it. Search for land. It's usually a lower cost up front. Whether you're paying cash or a loan, you can pay that off over a shorter amount of time. But it really gives you a little bit more control and an opportunity to plan out that dream home you could have had in the back of your mind for years.
Yeah, we got some clients right now that are doing exactly that. So they bought the buildable lot, they've designed their custom home, and they've engaged with a contractor to get that home built. As soon as it's complete, then they can sell their current residence and take that equity to roll into their new home. Whoop whoop. So tip number 3 is going to be consider a bridge loan.
A bridge loan is a short-term loan that can be used when you are ready to purchase a home, but you don't quite have the finances without selling your home first.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah, so what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to leverage those funds in the bridge loan to put you in a good position to basically...
When people do this, I don't really know what that means.
Pay cash for the new house through that bridge loan, the equity in that, and then what you'll do is sell your home and just pay that off after the fact.
What a creative way to do things.
Yeah, hey, we're all about creativity over here at the Cohn Realty Group, baby. All right, drum roll, maybe. Brrr. Brrr. Our number 4 tip is gonna be consider doing a HELOC, which is a home equity line of credit.
Good job. And if you really think about the acronym there, it explains it. It's a home equity line of credit. So you use your home for this revolving line of credit that you can use for a down payment on a new home Or if you're not quite ready to buy, you can use that for upgrades and renovations in your current home and maximize the profit when you go to sell.
Yeah, and so with that piece of it, if you're considering a HELOC and you're considering any upgrades or renovations, our recommendation is going to be make sure you talk to a trusted realtor that can help you make sure you don't put money in the wrong places and you don't over improve or over enhance that property so that you're going to get maximum profit and returns on whatever investments you put in there. All right, so tip number 5, and it's one of our most popular, is sell your home now for top dollar.
Okay, everybody just calm down. We're not gonna go crazy spending our winnings, and we're not gonna let this money change us.
And then opt to rent for 3, 6, 9, 12 months until you find the home that you love here in Roanoke.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, it is very popular because we've had folks like you that have contacted us from across the country, and they've been watching the videos, they understand the area, they like the area, they're ready to move, but they're not quite sure where to buy. So if you rent first, it gives you a little bit of breathing room and also lets you get a lay of the land. Find out what neighborhoods you do like and don't like. We can dial in that search really well. Plus, you're able to use the equity that you gained from selling your house and have a strong offer that's not contingent upon a sale.
Yeah, and that is hugely beneficial in a competitive market like we're in right now. And even locally, we've got some clients right now, they're prepping their house, what they need to do so that they can sell their house for top dollar after they move into an apartment, because guess what? They are actually have a lot and they got a house already started being built right now. So tip number 6 is going to be a creative one, and you know we like to be creative over here. So that's going to be think about less competitive price points and locations in the metro Roanoke area.
Absolutely. You've heard us say it before. We're in a very much of a seller's market right now, which means there's not a lot of houses. There's less than a 1-month inventory of homes.
What? You're unbelievable.
For the demand of people that want to buy those homes. So it's pretty crazy, but you can get creative, like you said, and look at different locations that maybe you hadn't considered before, and also price points, whether it's higher or lower, that would give you more of an advantage because you don't have as many people competing against that sweet spot.
I'm going to add 2 little nuggets here for you. So one, consider this. If you are a remote type employee, you work from home, you don't have to actually be in the office, then you could be further out from like downtown Roanoke, downtown Salem. You could be further out, which means prices are usually a little bit lower. So you could look further out to be able to achieve what you're looking for as far as less competition.
And also, the other nugget I'll take from you.
Nugget.
Is if you're thinking about a different price point, if you considered a lower price point, more of like a starter home, you could always live in that for a short term while you're looking around, and you could upsize, get to a different size home that you really want, and turn that one into a rental.
I like that.
I know.
Put your thinking cap on.
Yeah.
Well done. So tip number 7 is gonna be consider putting in a contingent offer.
Yeah, and what this just means, generally speaking, is that you need to sell your home first before you can purchase the new home.
But wait, there's more.
Whoop whoop.
It's not a very strong or favorable course of action, we will say, because the other day, you just had an example where we submitted an offer for clients.
Yeah, we first contacted the listing agent. They had 2 offers. And the next time I contacted them, there were 4 offers. And by the time it was all said and done, there were 10 offers. And I guarantee you, out of those 10 offers, there was not more than probably 2 or 3 that might have been contingent. And the winning offer, guaranteed, was not contingent on anybody selling their home before purchasing the new one.
Yeah, it's not very attractive to the sellers, but with the right agent and the right situation, it is definitely doable. We advise that you make sure you have your house under contract before you proceed with the contingency offer.
Yeah, and not only under contract, but well along the process of getting towards closing. So you've made it past home inspection, repairs, and those types of negotiations, as well as the appraisal. And in this market, you may have an offer on your home that has no inspections and it has removed the appraisal clause, so it doesn't necessarily have to appraise for a certain dollar amount. So if you're there and you're past that point, then that is a time that you could certainly consider doing a contingent offer. Tip number 8.
The number of the day is 8.
Is going to be let us negotiate a lease back for you. You're going to tell them what that is?
Yeah, I will try.
No,
Try not. Do. Or do not. There is no try.
A lot of these things you really need to work with a licensed, certified, professional agent because it can get a little complicated. You proceed with the sale of your home, you get those proceeds, the equity, and you get to stay in the home longer. It's just like a short-term lease, if you will.
So what you need to do is negotiate the duration and also any money you would have to pay to the buyer, the purchaser of your home, to stay there for that amount of time that we agreed to. And a lot of times, and we can negotiate that in the original contract so that those terms could very well be favorable to you.
Yeah, so this is a great option. Again, you're just essentially, you've sold the house and you're renting so you can stay there for a short amount of time from the buyer who's purchased it from you. So this gives you a little bit of breathing room again so you can find that suitable housing that you need. So great option to look into.
Yeah, and we just had one recently that went under contract and we did exactly that. So they're gonna close super fast, get those funds in their pockets, and then in the process, they're gonna stay in the home for a couple of months while they're finding a new home in their new location. All right, so let me see if I can count up to 9. 5, 4, 9. Tip number 9 for you today is going to be, let us negotiate a longer closing date for you.
Time keeps moving away.
That's a great idea because right now our closing times are between 30 to 45 days typically. But if you could get a negotiated longer closing date of 60 to 90 days, that would give you a little wiggle room, a little breathing room to search for a new home without the pressure of that closing date just 30 or 45 days away.
Hoo-wee.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And that would be such a blessing for sure. And in the process, you're gonna have new inventory that's popping up every single day, so you got a better chance of finding something sooner rather than later. And that gives you, like Chris said, gives you some breathing room so you're not under the gun and feeling all the pressure of finding that perfect home ASAP.
Yeah, and if you're relocating, like so many of our clients have that after watching our YouTube videos, if you're relocating here, it gives us a chance and you a chance to come in more frequently if you want to and check out the land as you search for homes.
Great idea.
Thank you.
All right, so we love creative, and this one's super creative. So tip number 10 is gonna be, let's see if we can negotiate seller financing for you.
Yeah, you really don't see this very often, but it could be an opportunity if the right seller was at the table. So what it essentially means is if the seller does not need that cash immediately, they could kind of act as your bank and you would make payments to them.
Yeah, what a great option, because that way you can get into this house. They're not gonna be running credit reports and that type of thing. They're not gonna be worried about debt to income ratio. So then you can sell your current home and then roll those proceeds over into the seller finance property that you're purchasing.
So that's 10 ways to buy a home when you need to sell yours.
I wonder if we could come up with a couple of more.
Oh, totally.